Welcome everyone to another video from the Secrets of the Jedi canon book. For those unfamiliar with this video series, here I break down an excerpt from the Secrets of the Jedi canon book that came out a few years ago, which is basically written from Luke Skywalker's point of view, like a diary, where he wrote about almost everything, whether it be the different Jedi of the Republic or galactic events from before he was born. And once I finish this series, there are two more books that focus on the Sith and bounty hunters that I'll get into next, so make sure to subscribe if that interests you at all. Let's get into it. A fan-favorite villain, Maul's story was only expanded upon following his initial demise on Naboo. Since then, he's appeared in the Clone Wars, Solo, Rebels, and multiple comics and novels. Here's everything Luke learned about Darth Maul. The first apprentice of Darth Sidious, Darth Maul was a Zabrak Knight brother from Dathomir who was trained in the ways of the Sith from a young age. Maul was fueled by a desire to exact revenge against the Jedi for destroying the Sith Order ages ago. After he was cut in half during the battle with Obi-Wan Kenobi, Maul was long thought dead, but he returned, driven by hatred and an unquenchable desire for revenge on the Jedi and Sith alike. Maul continued to spread chaos beyond the Clone Wars, leading the criminal organization known as the Shadow Collective and Crimson Dawn. He would eventually face Obi-Wan again in another duel on Tatooine. However, this warrior of the dark side would not survive their encounter. The events of what occurred on Naboo during the Phantom Menace is something I would expect Luke to know, but I'm surprised at how much information is included beyond that. Because there was nobody else present, the knowledge of Maul's death on Tatooine, which fans saw play out in Star Wars Rebels, had to come directly from Obi-Wan. At some point after he became a Force ghost, Kenobi must have told him about this, because there was nobody else present at the duel that knew of Maul's death, unless it was something that Ezra would have sensed through the Force, since he was connected to that event as well. We don't know for sure that Luke and Ezra have ever met each other, but based on the ending of Ahsoka, with Ezra returning to the New Republic, and the direction this era seems to be going, it sure does seem likely. The other bit of surprising information was the note about Maul's time leading the criminal organizations. Shadow Collective is another one that Kenobi knew about and could have told Luke about, but other than that, Maul wasn't a public figure for either of them. His practice was ruling from the shadows, using a puppet like Minister Elmok on Mandalore or Dryden Voss for Crimson Dawn. He had the power to influence the galaxy without ever putting himself in the spotlight and the danger that came with that. So the fact that Maul's role in Crimson Dawn found its way to Luke is something of note. The ending of Solo that revealed Maul's involvement has not been expanded upon since the film premiered in theaters, but that is a story I think many fans would want to see continued. Qi'ra has gotten a lot more to do in the comics and books lately, but by the time of The Empire Strikes Back, Maul is already dead on Tatooine, so we need something set between Solo and Rebels, or maybe even before Solo, to develop Crimson Dawn and Maul's role in that organization. Let me know what you think of this excerpt in the comments below. Remember to like the video, and subscribe for more videos breaking down this book. And remember to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you all for watching, and remember, the Force will be with you. Always.